nice white bass. Good eating size right there. We're not keep white bass though. The white bass, you really just eat the back strap of them usually, and got a mud line you gotta take out too. Let's see if we catch another one. They're out there busting. Alright, in this video I have found a mega school of white bass. And supposed to be pre-fishing for a tournament, but I can't resist taking a little break to catch some white bass. And so what you're going to see in here is I'll take you through some of the baits that I use today, and toward the end I'll talk about if you want to target white bass, where to look, and some baits and tactics you can use to try and catch these fish. Calm down, dude. Calm down. Let me get a hold of you without stabbing myself. There you go, white bass number 2. They're out busting, so I'm throwing a top water on them. Let's catch another one. Just turning out that way. We're gonna see if you can see me. Here we go. We got ourselves another one. Hey, 15-inch white bass. So crazy. Oh, yeah. Another nice white bass. That's awesome. Catch another one really fast. Oh no. We got you. We got you. Another white bass. There's one of my favorite fish to catch of all time, just because they're so much fun. They're so aggressive. Whatever you throw at them, if it looks like a minnow at all. So actually, the best way to catch them is just sort of like a jig head with a minnow type bait on it under the surface. But right now, top water is what I got on. That was easy to check out there, and since they're hitting the surface, here we go. It's kind of amazing, and it's fun to watch them hit on top. White bass. I love that strong currents. We were in strong current here too. You just see them busting right away. I knew they were going to be white bass, hoping they were going to be smallmouth, but obviously they're not. No. Lost them. Never mind. There she goes. Ouch. There we go. Decided to throw something a little different. And we got one. Someone's calling me. Alright, let's switch over to throw my it's a little bladed paddle tail minnow. It's kind of a cool little bait, but alright, so let's talk about how to find white bass if that's what you are after. White bass are pelagic, meaning they roam around, so they can be really difficult to go out on a day and just say, I'm going to go fish for white bass. However, it's really a lot about just being observant. Since they're roaming around, and they're almost always feeding, it seems like. So on lakes, you can watch for birds like gulls and things like that. They'll be dive bombing at a random place out in the middle of the lake. That's where your school of white bass is. You run right up to them and catch them. It's super awesome. It's just paying attention to those surroundings. On the river, it's really the same thing, though it doesn't seem like the birds follow them around quite so much. But those white bass like to be up in the strong current, which usually means right below the dam, and especially midsummer to late summer, it seems like the white bass congregate below the dam. I think as water levels tend to be lower, they like that strong current up there, and they'll be chasing bait, and you can get right up into the tailwaters of the dam, and you'll see them busting, and then obviously you can throw topwaters and small baits at them to anything that looks like a minnow, and you'll be able to catch them. It's pretty fun. If you don't see them busting, pretty tough to find them, and so don't usually worry about it. So always have a backup plan, things to fish for, but just pay attention on the river or on lakes and watch for those schooling fish, because when you find them, it can be awesome.
And those mighty whiteys. A little guy. Got it all the way up in there. And this is why I am bad at pre-fishing for tournaments, because it's too much fun catching these white bass, and I really should leave and go look for something with some bass. Non-white bass. I want to catch one on a Ned rig just because this rod will be really fun to catch them on. And I imagine they will bite it. Get it by it. Oh, they're close. I should have waited. Right here. I got one. Little guy. Not now. Oh my gosh. Okay, just calm down. Here we go. Middle of the river. Oh, middle of a slough. Catching white bass. Throw something that looks kind of like a minnow, which my Ned rig looks close enough for this, or a topwater. Topwater is definitely better right now, it seems like. Seems to call them in from, even if I don't hit exactly where they're at. Too much